instructions of YouTube.
Simon Greenhouse, I'm the Forest Estate Officer here at the National Forest Company. So we do have a land holding of ourselves, which amounts to about 460 hectares, so it's quite a sizable chunk spread over the forest, but it's not the main mechanism for the National Forest has been created. What it does mean is if we own our own land, then we can put into practice what we preach. So all the landscape, the community, the nature conservation, the timber, carbon sequestration, water quality, all those mixed habitats, planting events. So are you all local to this area?
No.
Okay, so
right across the East Midlands, really. Yeah.
So what you're standing on now is a bit of a mess of just a few years ago. So within the past 10 years, this was an open cast coal mine. Yeah, it's still going on that recently. It's in two halves really. The bit in the hollow down the other side of those trees is Gillywiscal Brook, or Gillywiscal Brook, or how you pronounce it, Gillywiscal Brook it's spelled. And on the other side of that was the open cast coal mine. I don't know if you had a chance to go down it, but we did as a team, drove down inside the sign. It was just a Beatty, a spiral down, deep, big hole in the ground, and you could see the thin, well, it looks thin layers of coal, in seams in the strata. It's a bit like a licorice ore sort, you can see the black coal seams, but in that sort of scale it doesn't look much, but I suppose the amount of coal that you can get out of those seams is enough to make it worthwhile. It didn't seem like it, because I suppose all that coal's gone up in smoke already, but as part of the operation, the overspill, so you dig a big hole, you've got a whole load of soil, and you've got to put that somewhere, and they put that here on this side of the brook. So it's a big area that has been disturbed for that operation. But this wasn't actually coal mined, but it has been disturbed, and so hence this soil is really heavy, really sticky. You'll find out as you go on the next leg. You don't look very muddy now. You will be. And that's just because the whole soil structures have been, just compacted. It's not free draining. It was restored to agriculture, arable land. Agricultural, it's grassland grazing. Then the land with a bit of token tree planting on the back of the coal mine as part of the restoration plan. So that was part of the plan, and that was about to take place. But the coal miners, the landowner decided to sell up, and it just gave us as the National Forest Company opportunity to acquire a big chunk of land and to extend that woodland cover. So rather than the bit of woodland that was put as part of the restoration plan, to revamp those restoration plans and put a whole lot more woodland, deep rip line to break open the soil at a depth about that deep. And then we've marked scribe lines where the tree's going to go. It just helps the planters put the trees, helps us calculate the number of trees, but it also helps maintenance, so we can get a little tracks in between the trees. So in this fenced area here, we're going to be planting something like 23,000 trees this year, and then another 6,000 I think to finish it off next year on that bit, and then we'll be proceeding on other bits of land out there over the next 4 or 5 years until the whole site is complete. What you will notice though is that we haven't gone right up to the road. We haven't packed this full of trees. That's never been the intention. We're not planning to carpet the whole of the area with trees wall to wall. It's about other habitats as well. So grassland and open habitats is part of that forest mosaic. And so what we've done here is the design is put the woodland on the hill here and leaving this as grassland. So this will still be farmed, we'll still have sheep on here, and it just is partly because of the conservation of different habitats. You've got grassland for the skylarks, but also landscape. So that road as you go past, you won't be in a corridor of trees on both sides. The trees will be set back, and you'll be looking over this, which will be parkland, so scattered trees and small clumps of trees, but grazed with animals, with integrating farming and forestry. It's nice to think that that sort of cycle is sort of coming to completing, because you think of the coal that was laid down, that was created from all these prehistoric forests which have been laid down and suppressed and become that coal, and then it's been dug up and all that carbon was released into the atmosphere. But now we're planting the trees back on top of this coal seam and hopefully absorbing that carbon back in, and hopefully being